John Neal Jr., your professor. How are you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, my student listeners? I hope that you're doing fine. Welcome to another lesson of Time to Get It Monday. Today we have an interesting topic. It is the power of networking in college. Networking is extremely important. What individuals don't realize in college, that it's not just about your degree. Most of us, we go to college, we are like, oh, I can't wait to get that degree because as soon as I get this degree, I am going to be successful. Most people think that they're going to land their dream job. They're not worried about what school that they go to. They're not worried about what classes they take some of the times. And sometimes they're not even worried about the actual degree itself. And sometimes people on the other end, they over worry about the degree. They worry and stress too much about how many classes they're taking, and they overload. Well, here's where it's at, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, my student listeners. You got to understand and realize that life is very simple. And sometimes we oversimplify things. Why? And what do I mean by that? Well, simply this is how it works. It's not about always getting good grades. It's not about the school we go to. It's not about what profession that we're going to go into or our major that we chose or our minor. But what it really consists of is you have to have a balance. And I speak about balance in most of my videos. What I mean by balancing school and education, I also want you to understand that you have to network. You got to have the ability to get along with other people. Most people would give anything to get along with other people, even more so than having a degree. I'm not telling you to skip out on school and just become the nicest, coolest person out there. I'm saying you need a combination. If you have the education, you have the right attitude, there's nothing that can stop you from being successful. But here's what the power of networking consists of. It gives you the ability to not only get along with other people, but it gives you the opportunity to afford yourself opportunities that you wouldn't have. Follow me. When you're in school, you're supposed to be listening. You're supposed to be learning. You're supposed to be getting to know other people, right? And not just thinking about the parties, the events, the frats, your fraternities, brothers, your sorority sisters. It's not about that. What it boils down to is that you need to connect with your people, the people that can help you move forward, the people that you could say, well, I could see this guy or this gal at my wedding, or I could see myself working with Jim or Sarah or Tyrone or whoever it may be. So you have to set yourself up to start networking. Start asking questions. Who do you work with? What would you like to do in your profession? Is there any internships available? Where can I do my practicum? And when you do your internships and you do your practicums, make sure that you set a great example. Make sure you're well groomed. If your hair is short, make sure you have a nice fade. If you have long hair, make sure it's kept really nice and neat. Make sure your hygiene is nice. Make sure your teeth are brushed. And make sure that you get enough sleep. Those things will definitely tell people that you believe in yourself and you also take care of yourself, because your appearance is everything. Also your mind, you got to keep your mind right. You got to keep a balance in terms of not having too much leisure, not doing too much homework, and not just doing too many things that just feel good at the moment. Don't be too spontaneous. And when it comes to networking, make sure you write things down. Make sure when people give you information, write it down and maybe do research. Conduct your own research in terms of the information that people have provided for you. You see, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, my student listeners, this will help you go to the next level in your life. I believe in higher education. Of course, I'm a professor. But what I don't believe in is someone just thinking that a degree is going to get them to the next level in their lives. Because you're going to be judged by your personality and your ability to get along with other people. If you don't believe me, start looking up the interview process. There's panel interviews and there's also one-on-one interviews. And you have to be well immersed and prepared as relates to the power of networking. You know why? I believe in you. Thank you for listening. Please come back to our next lesson. Don't forget to like, leave a comment, and subscribe. And also, if you have not yet heard about the University of Inspire, you're going to love it. It will help you build your self-esteem, and it'll also help you become the best version of yourself. John Neal Jr., your professor. Thank you. You have a nice day or evening.